Hey everyone, it's James at geometriccharts.com. It is April 29th, about 8:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got the daily chart of Bitcoin, BTC, USD on the Bitfinex exchange. So still chopping within the box, but pushing toward the upper range of the box on Bitfinex. Now, if Bitcoin can break above and still hold trading above, I would say it needs to get at least above about 55.50 on Bitfinex. If it can do that, I do think we'll see probably some continued upside in Bitcoin. If not, it looks like we're going to start to struggle and stall out here. And if that's happening in Bitcoin, and the same thing with the rest of the alts as well too, they seem like many of them are kind of having a tough time here. Then I think that we could potentially start to see Bitcoin start to roll over, along with some of the other alts going much deeper than where they're even currently trading too. And I know a lot of people are eager to call the bottom and say that's it, this thing's going to go to the moon, blah blah, all of that. And I can't stress enough, it's going to come down to how Bitcoin corrects from here. Is it a graceful corrective move to where it's going to look something like this and then continue up, or are we going to have the same thing that we've had in 6,000 where we get a dropout and we erase 100% of the move? Some of the alts are already working on giving back more than 60% of their runs, and typically once you start to go beyond that, things don't look good for the asset. So right now, Bitcoin is definitely struggling here. There seems to be a lot of selling pressure in Bitcoin. The weekend was really flat, which is typical for most weekends. A lot of the volume disappeared as well over the weekend, and not a lot has come back into the market. So it's definitely struggling here. And I think by the next few days, if Bitcoin's unable to get above and clear the 5,500 range, I do think we're going to start to experience some serious problems in the market, clearly plagued by a larger downtrend line across the board in the momentum indicators. They're struggling to maintain their positive slopes. We'll see if this holds up. You can see the RSI clearly crawling it as well too. So there's definitely some major struggles here, momentum wise, but you don't even need to look at the lagging indicators. You can just see what's happening in price, and you can see the lack there of volume. So if Bitcoin's not making some positive movement going into the next couple of days, I think we're going to have some serious problems. And then the question is can Bitcoin hold into the consolidation box or retrace 50% or something like that, and then start to migrate its way back up? I think that's what it's going to come down to. So I would say short term, I'll still be bullish on Bitcoin at the current time, but again, on the longer term horizon, I still am bullish or bearish. But I'm just very skeptical of the run in its entirety. I know there's just a lot of people that are so eager to jump on the hype train. Again, you get all the social media going crazy, the articles, etc. But again, I am going to wait until there is a corrective move, and then to see how the market reacts to that corrective move as well too. So again, if it's just erasing 100%, then I think we're essentially just duplicating what we did at the 6,000 range here, at the 3,000 range, except the moves are looking a little more convincing. But it's just way too early to call that. So short term bullish. But if we start to really give up some ground here and we start losing the 5,000s, that's it. I think Bitcoin's going to have a real hard time if it starts to lose the 5,000 range. And in the longer term, again, that corrective move is really going to dictate a lot for Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency market as a whole as well too. And a lot of the alts are looking very weak here. But if Bitcoin can start to gain some ground, gain some momentum again, like it did in the past, then it should be enough to kind of turn the market around as a whole and really start to push things up. But it's kind of riding the edge here, and it really needs to make a breakout, or it needs to collapse and start the corrective move. So it's definitely a tough call. But like I say, I'll still be short-term bullish on Bitcoin. But overall, I am very skeptical and still bearish in the bigger term picture until something proves otherwise. So, anyways, that's it for the video. I'll do another video on Wednesday, if we just chop sideways. I just do another video on Friday, because a lot of the videos unfortunately have become redundant because of so much chopping action in Bitcoin. We literally had like one nice day of pop, and then everything else, here has been chopped, here has been chopped. So it's been pretty tough to gauge, especially when you start to get this horizontal price action. And we are doing it with an upward slope, but at the end of the day, it's still kind of within that rectangle. It tried to peak out, immediately got hammered right back into it. So but if we were in the same situation, then Friday would be the next video for me. So if you do like the video, you like the content, please like, comment, subscribe, follow. I do appreciate everyone's time. Try to keep it a little short and kind of straight to the point for everyone. But I'll talk to everyone either Wednesday, but if there's chop again, it'll be on Friday.